So excited to be on here with Tam. Oh my gosh, I feel like we go way back,
Yeah,
right?
way
We
back.
go back, but I'm excited to have you hooked up with this amazing platform, and just in a position that we are is pretty amazing. And so first I want to also say shout out to Auntie Jeannie. I see she's on here, but just to kind of give you guys a little bit of background. I've been an entrepreneur all my life. I'm actually a fourth generation entrepreneur. My parents are entrepreneurs, my grandparents, my great grandparents. I got a chance to meet and spend a little bit of time with my great grandmother on my dad's side for a while, and she was an entrepreneur ahead of her time. And so anyway, I grew up in an entrepreneurial family, and so I had an opportunity to kind of see them work really hard and do very well for themselves. But then I also saw them make a lot of money and not kind of pivot when they needed to pivot. And so I saw them experience devastation. And I always wondered, like, how is it that some people live good, and it seems like they're just always living good, the money's just always flowing. And there's some people who live good for a season, a decade, and then after that, they wipe out and they never kind of bounce back. And so watching my parents go through that, and kind of, I won't go into the whole story, but as we kind of went through that devastating time of having all of this to having none of this, and I started asking my mom a lot of questions, and I quickly began to realize that my mom didn't trust her own financial instinct. She relied on my father to make all the money decisions, and if he didn't want to do it, she didn't do it, even if it was something simple. And so I just kind of vowed to myself that I wanted an amazing marriage like my parents have. They've been married for 50 years, but I wanted my independence, and particularly where my brain was concerned. and so, um, and so I kind of went on this quest at 19 to get some answers where money was concerned. And I didn't, when I first started on the quest, it wasn't the right quest because I started dating drug dealers, and the whole thing at the end of the day is I wanted that life. I wanted the lifestyle of the rich and famous. I always wanted to have a fabulous life. And I'm grateful God has done that. And so, but I was on that journey trying to find that. And I did that for a while, and obviously that didn't work out at all, because they started literally getting killed and indicted. And I'm like, this is crazy. And I remember going to church, and, I remember God just asking me, like, you went from your dad taking care of you to, men taking care of you. Like, why can't you take care of yourself? And that's where I kind of committed to myself that I was going to be wealthy, independent of my husband. I wasn't married at the time, but I had just kind of made that decision, like, this is just how I'm going to have to move, because I can't do this up and down thing with money. And so I always wanted to master it. I never wanted to be a slave to it. I always wanted to master it. And so anyway, I was blessed. I made my first million at 27 years old. I owned a Nextel franchise, a little two-way radio, if you guys remember that. And so that's when I kind of started realizing that there was a lot of money in tech. I really didn't know anything about tech. I'm not really a tech person. I consider myself to be more of a creative than anything. And that's when I kind of realized, like, there's something to this whole tech thing, and I need to look into it. And so anyway, I ended up going on after making my first million. Then I was blessed to have mentors in the gold and silver bullion industry, also mentors in real estate and just in business, period. And so I was really blessed to be able to do that. And so anyway, I once I did that, I got a call about 5 years ago from a really good friend of mine who said, "Hey, there's a company." Hold on one second. We're having a lot of work done at the house right now, so hold on. Hey guys, can y'all turn that down just a little bit? I'm doing a Zoom. It's okay. I'll put on my AirPod. I think it'll block it out. I just need them to focus and get these flows done. I don't want to. They need the music to work. Let them have the music to work. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, yes, it's
Did it
perfect.
help?
Not as
Oh
bad as
wait,
you
wait.
think.
No, you're still okay. Wait a minute. I'm still not picking you up on my AirPod. Hold up. 3, 2. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, it's not as bad as you think.
It's not? Okay.
Nope.
All right, I was just really trying to get it hooked up on my AirPod and I don't know why I didn't connect. Okay. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna just block it out right here. Hold on, because it'll help me to go through here. So anyway, I so I got a call 5 years ago, and a good friend of mine, I had made a lot of money with him before, so I trusted him with money. And he said, "Hey, Jewel, you really need to look at this opportunity. It's an opportunity for you to be able to basically learn how to trade foreign currency and cryptocurrency, and everything that's happening on your cell phone." I'm like, "How do I do that? Like, is that a Series 6, Series 7? What?" Because I always wanted to understand Wall Street, right? And then he said, "No, no, 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 no. Like, literally, the company is going to educate you and pretty much tell you exactly what to buy and what to sell and when." And I was like, "Really?" And so I signed up immediately because instinctively I was like, "I need to know this." He put me on the phone with someone that night, and it was really late. I'll never forget. It was about 1 o'clock in the morning. It was a couple out of Detroit, Lawrence and Tamara Young, and I talked to them for about an hour, and I was blown away at their testimony. And they basically were like, "We've been in this space for like 30 days. We never traded before, and we're averaging 4 figures a day." And I was like, "What? Y'all are really making 4 figures a day?" A day. They're like, "Yeah, whatever money you make, you have access to any of that money. You just transfer it to any checkings or savings account of your choice." So I'm on there kind of like, "What?" Okay, so I immediately signed up, and he said, "I want you to fly down to Dallas because we're having a convention, so you can kind of see everything." And I said, "Okay, I'm in because I need to learn this." And so anyway, I got on a plane and I called some of the people on my money squad, and I said, "You guys, we got to go to Dallas." So we went to Dallas, and I was blown away. I was in a room with about 1,200 people, and most of them were millennials and Gen Zs. And I was blown away because they were up on stage talking about, I made 6 figures this month. I made 5 figures the other day. I paid for my college. I'll never forget, there was one story that really stood out to me. There was a young woman. She was like 19 years old. She just went to college. She was telling her dad was a fireman, and he got into a bad accident. And so she had to come home to help take care of her family. She was working a job, and then she found out about the trading, and she signed up and she started trading. And so now she's at a point where not only was she able to pay for her college, but it also put her in a position to take care of her family. And I remember the crowd just went crazy. And I'm sitting there, and some of my other money people that were there, Kathy, Ty, it was a few of us there. We were sitting there with our jaws hanging down, like, "You've got to be kidding." And the stories just kept coming and coming and coming. There was another guy, I don't know, he probably was 26, 27, and he was basically talking about how he took, a $500 account and grew it to over $375,000. Now, this is the part that's going to trip you out. He actually showed a YouTube video with him with this big duffel bag, and he went to the bank and he like emptied out the money, and he had it on YouTube and he showed it. And so the crowd was just I was blown away at just how all these testimonies of money. And so I was like, "Okay, I'm going all in. I want to understand this. I want to master this. I want to bring in other people of color." There were some people of color there, but not a lot. And I was like, I want to bring in a ton of people of color. I want to bring in a lot of women. Like, I want to change the game. If you think about, like, when you see movies like Billionaire Boy Club, Wall Street, Wolf of Wall Street, The Firm, it's always like white men, right? And Wall Street. And I was like, it's time to change that narrative. Like, it's time to change that story. And so I just kind of delve all in. And so if you can make me host so I can share a couple things with you. So basically what this is, it's a financial educational platform that I partnered with, like I said, 5 years ago. And I partnered here because I wanted to learn. I was hungry to learn. I was hungry to grow. I was hungry to take my wealth to the next level. And so I've been very blessed because I've been able to do exactly that. So I'm going to show you guys the platform that you'll actually have access to, where you'll literally be able to educate yourself and learn and earn. Now, the thing I love about this space is that basically it's putting you in a position to be able to learn as you go. Okay. Now this is let me show this. Okay, can you guys see my screen? It says learning zone at the top.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, great. So this is it basically it says this is where you will earn your superpowers. Think of it as your radioactive spider. Have a look through the available content or use the search box to find whatever you're after. And so this is where you're going to get a lot of your education. Now, the thing that I love about this is twofold. Not only are you going to get this education, but you also are going to actually have the ability to be able to ask questions. You're gonna have access to me. You're gonna have access to Tamara. You're gonna have access to Auntie Jenny. You're gonna have access to like a whole squad. And I'm gonna show you some pictures, Tamara, if you remind me. I did a big event in Atlanta. We rented this beautiful estate. It was beautiful, and hundreds of people came from all over the country, and the testimonies were just absolutely mind blowing. And so we're having a tremendous amount of success, I can tell you, in these last 5 years. So this is not anything. It was brand new when I got started. We were knocking down the trees, but I can tell you we have literally had a lot of success. And so what happens is you'll have access to all the fundamentals, because we realize most people have no idea what trading foreign currency is. They have no idea what trading, binary options, which is high frequency trading, or even digital currency, or how to set up an e-commerce store. You're gonna have access to all these things, okay? And so what I'm gonna do is show you. Let me see if I can have to refresh this. I'm going to show you exactly what you'll have access to when you get signed up. You'll be able to see all of this. Okay. So first thing that we do is I have everybody watch the beginners videos. The beginners videos are amazing. And they're just dealing with the very, very basics. Like, what the heck is trading foreign currency in the first place? Now, the other thing I love about these videos are literally like 3 to 8 minutes. So they're not long at all. They're short, sweet, and to the point. So you don't have to worry about being on there all day. One of the things that the company did a really great job is they broke it down. They simplified it because they knew that the average person, they feel like they're short on time already, right? So I tell people the sweet spot is like 15 to 30 minutes a day. So I'm going to just or play a little bit of this video just so you can kind of see what kind of education you're going to get.
Welcome to the IM Mastery Academy for Forex. In this course, we'll be talking about what is FRX. Forex can be professionally abbreviated as FX or FRX. This basically is the short term for foreign exchange. It is the official trading market where one can exchange different currencies across the globe. As many countries are backed by their own banks, this allows citizens to use a currency which, in turn, creates an economy. The better an economy thrives, the stronger that currency can become. When anyone travels to other countries, they can participate in the foreign exchange market manually by simply exchanging their own native currency for the one they are visiting. As decades passed, the internet grew worldwide, and Forex found its way online, where traders from any place on Earth could trade currencies digitally, turning over profits from the comfort of their own homes. To give you an idea as to the size of the Forex market, the London Stock Exchange, on average, will trade daily around $7 billion US. The Tokyo Stock Exchange will trade roughly around 18 billion, and the New York Stock Exchange can trade about $22 billion daily. Forex, on the other hand, averages trades of over $5 trillion every single day. It is, without doubt, the largest and most liquid market in the entire world. So, let's review. Forex is the market where all the money in the world is being exchanged in real time through currencies. And because of this very particular type of market, Forex attracts many types of investors who see a vast array of opportunities which can create a lucrative career trading within this exchange. The Forex market opens every Sunday, 5 p.m. New York Eastern Standard Time, and ends every Friday, 5 p.m. New York Eastern Standard Time. A key word to remember in this course is geopolitical factors. Geopolitical factors are all factors relating to the resources of world nations.
Okay, great. So, guys, I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I just wanted to kind of give you a taste. When you're signing up, that's what you're signing up for. You're actually signing up to get the education. Okay. And there are a lot of videos that you'll be able to go through that, again, they're just giving you the fundamentals. I know when I first got started, I was overwhelmed because I didn't know any of this. So I rewatched videos. You can watch videos on what's the history of Forex? Where did it come from? What's traded in the foreign exchange market? Like any possible question that you'll have, you're going to have the opportunity to go through the basics. But in addition to that, the company also did a really great job at saying, we want you to be able to trade live with our educators. So we have something called Go Live, okay? And on Go Live, you literally will have an opportunity to determine, hey, what time works best for you? You might say, hey, trading early in the morning works best for you. Maybe trading late at night works best for you. Maybe the middle of the day, maybe the middle of the night. Again, the market's open 7 days a week. Um, 24 hours a day. So you get an opportunity to kind of determine, hey, what time works best for me? So right here, these are all of our cryptocurrency educators right here. As you can see, they're all our white brothers are there, except for Curtis Cobain, who's out of Detroit, who is doing amazing, amazing job. I blows my mind when I think about when I first met him. He was broke, eating Roman noodles every night, and now doing extremely well. Jason, I really like him as an educator. He's been able to build a very, very strong cryptocurrency, portfolio because of this. And so I'm just going to play a little bit of this video right here, which talks about the future of crypto. Let me see the intro. Here we go. Again, I'm not going to play all of it. This is just enough to kind of let you guys know these sessions happen live and you can ask questions to the educators as well. Can you guys hear him?
And so, if you have a desire to change your life,
There we
if you
go.
have a desire to learn, if you have a desire to change your situation, understand that that desire surpasses your IQ. I was never the smartest kid in class. Yeah, I was a C student in high school, C student in college. Right? I have a associate's degree in journalism, so I was pretty good at writing. I have a bachelor's degree in communication, so I've always been good at communicating. But I wasn't really the mathematic guy. When geometry came and we could do, you go from the circle to the triangle to the square to this pentagon. By the time you get to like 8, 9 things, I'm like lost. I don't know. X plus A over Y equals Z. I'm like, nope, you don't got me. I'm gone. Jason has left the building. I mean, that was always me. And I guess part of it is an interest, right? Because if you're not really interested in something and then it's kind of complicated, you're just like, no, ship sailed. I'm done. No, I'm out. But when I saw that these markets are just like people, it changed my life because I started to understand that every single pair has a pattern, has tendencies, has floors and ceilings. Just like us as people, we have floors and ceilings of belief, right? You ever hear the law of the lid, right? A lot of people have a ceiling on their level of belief when it comes to success. The markets have the same exact thing. And in 2015, I had a great friend of mine from Nigeria, Roland, and we were friends. He was a networker. I'll be honest, I was trying to recruit him into my other company to help me expand in Africa, and we would talk all the time, all the time, all the time. And in fact, Roland, if you watch this video, I appreciate you, bro. I don't know if I'd be exactly where I'm at today without you. So thank you, bro. But Roland was on me. He was like, bro, we got to learn blockchain. We got to learn Bitcoin. We got to do this. We got to do that. He's like, he was always gassing me up and, trying to get me to watch these videos. And I'll be honest, there's people who saw this link who didn't jump on, who had the same, like today, this call. There's
Sorry about that. I had to bring some people in the waiting room. Nonetheless, that's pretty, that was the main thing that I wanted you guys to see anyway. I mean,
People who
what
really
these are
think they've
real
been on this boat, but
people,
they didn't,
real
and they have the
educators
same blockade that I had.
that are going to break down. So he's pretty much this is his very first video. He's talking about how he came into cryptocurrency. Now, when you first look at this chart, you're like, what the heck is this? I promise you, they're going to break it down into simple terms. If it's going up, it's a buy. If it's going down, it's a sell. I always tell people you can learn how to trade if you know your ABCs and you know your 1, 2, 3s. So this is the kind of content. This is the kind of education. By the way, I'm going to tell you, Jason, this is Jason Brown. He's probably right at 30 now. He's been in the States for about 5 years. He came in, I think, when he was 24, 25. So he's probably right at 29, 20, 30. He has a net worth of over 10M. Okay. So you guys aren't listening to, they may look young and all that. You might be thinking, oh, they're a baby. No, 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 no. These educators, they have to actually have so much money that they traded and made in order for them to even pass through our compliance team, because you have to actually submit to be an educator, so on and so forth. So nice guy, young guy, but I don't want you to sleep on what he's making, because sometimes we look at somebody and then we underestimate them. Yeah, you're fine. Come on. Sometimes we underestimate, we're wondering, oh, should I be listening? Yeah, these are the people you want to listen to. Okay. So you'll have access to all these videos. You'll be able to go back, look at, future crypto part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, how to analyze Bitcoin, how to analyze where it's going, where did Bitcoin come from, what is blockchain, like everything in this space, you're going to have an opportunity to be able to learn it. Okay. And again, when you get on live, you'll be able to ask questions specifically to those educators to find out, okay, well, I got a question about this, or I got a question about that. You'll be able to ask those questions. Okay. So that part is super, 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 super good. Okay. All right. Now, basically you might say, okay, well, how do I get started? So basically what you would do is you would get a link from the person that invited you on here. And with that link, you'll be basically putting yourself in a position to be able to get started. There are a few packages, but there's one main package that I really want everybody to get. And that's the elite package. That's $324 one time and $274 every month. Okay. Now with the elite package, you're going to have access to be able to learn how to trade foreign currency, how to trade binary options, how to trade cryptocurrency, how to set up an online e-commerce store, anything digital. Now, like I said, the digital, I'm so confident that we are at the premiere of the financial wealth transfer. And I don't say this lightly because I graduated from University of Michigan Dean's List. My daughter just recently graduated from Howard University. So I love academia. But if somebody was thinking about going to school, I would probably tell them don't. You need to understand this digital space. It's not going anywhere, right? And we're having people walk into 6 figures and 7 figures and 8 figures within 12, 24 months. So this is not a little bit of money, guys. This is like change your whole life. 15 to 30 minutes a day on the charts. And if you don't want to do the charts, then you can say, okay, I just want to, follow the directions. Or we have something called swipe coins, where we literally tell you what to buy, what to sell. We give you all the parameters. Takes you 1 minute to put it in, just like using Cash App, and you're done. Okay. Now you might say, okay, well, you know what? I want to just learn, about cryptocurrency. Can I do that? The answer is absolutely yes, you can. So the digital currency package is $234 one time, $174 every month, every single month. This is what you're going to make. This is what you're going to pay. Now, let me say this. If you go out and get 2 customers, they're going to waive your monthly fee. And you don't have to get 2 customers every single month, just 2 customers one time. That's it. Just one time. That's all. Okay. And so, because everybody needs to understand the future of money. And you definitely want to put yourself in a position where you can be making money. Okay. Now I'm going to show you something just so you see what it kind of looks like on your phone, because we'll have you download a couple financial apps on your phone. And if you guys have any questions, get those prepared because I'm getting ready to wrap. Um, I will tell you that you're going to have a lot of support. So you don't have to worry about, trying to figure out, what do I do? How do I do it? You're going to have tons and tons and tons of support. Okay. Do you need me, B? Okay. Yeah. Tons and tons and tons of support. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, so now let me show you guys this. Can you see my screen, guys? Do you see all these pictures?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so, let me see. Oh, you know
No.
what? Let me do it.
No,
You don't see pictures?
no.
We do see them. You're selecting several that you want to share with us.
Oh, okay, you do.
Mhm.
Okay, let me do this. Let me do this. I'm gonna stop the screen share and we'll do it like this. Huh? I did. They were excellent. Yeah, thank you. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of show you what it looks like on your phone. I'm gonna show you a couple things here. All right. Select it. Can you guys see?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay. Let me see here. For photo, select it. Okay. Photos. Stand by. Okay. 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 Okay, great. So this is what it will look like when you start trading. So what'll happen is you'll download we'll have you download a couple financial apps on your phone. So at the top, you can see this account is $21,000 in it. It says Bitcoin buy 0.25. So these buys came from the company and we just simply put it in. We took 25 cents and that account grew to 1510. The numbers on the right represent if we were to close the trade out at that time, how much money we would make. Bitcoin 0.250 was in negative 118. If we were to close that trade out, then we would have taken a 118 loss. So the red represents losses and the blue represents profit, right? So we love blue. We always say blue skies. 0.50, 50 cents turned into 54.30, 865.35, 14,746, 76 at 12, 39.70, 13.67, so on and so forth. Okay, so this is basically what it will look like on your phone. And by the way, whatever money you make, you can transfer it to any checking or savings account of your choice. This is another account where you can see this day was a $39,000 day, putting in sales from US 30. Jason and I are actually going to be doing a live together on Tuesday. That was the brother that you just heard that I told you was worth over 10 mil. And so we'll be doing a Facebook live together on that. This is another account what it looks like trading. And this is just to give you guys an example of some of the things that I've been able to do. I've been able to build a very large crypto portfolio. I was blessed to be able to start buying Ripple when it was 15 cents. And today it's right at 71 cents, as you can see at the top. And also you can see I have 132,000 Ripple. So that account right now is 94,000. If I continue to hold on to that, which I'm going to, I'll probably start maybe selling some off at $2. And so when it gets to about 2, I'll be looking at having about $300,000 just in my Ripple portfolio. But what I want you guys to know is that I was able to do that, because and this is what it looks like on your app too, all these trades. But I was able to do that because the company tells you exactly what to buy and what to sell and when. So this is what will come through on your phone. You have something like this. It says Bitcoin, BTC, USD, buy, entry 15,980. And 16,002, you'll learn what the two entry points mean. Basically, you get to choose which entry you want to go in on. That's your stop loss, so that if the trade goes in the opposite direction of what we're anticipating, you can put in a stop loss. If you want to take profit, 16,600, you can do your take profit, or your take profit 2 is 16,900. Okay. So that's what it'll look like. And you're just going to be plugging in numbers very similar to if when you send Cash App, you just type in letters and numbers. That's all you're doing here. Letters and numbers, letters and numbers. It's a big game of follow the leader. And so you'll have tons of support. We work very closely with your team. Tam will tell you, I'm at my Murfreesboro home now, which is our main home, but God has blessed me. As a matter of fact, Auntie Jeannie is at the Atlanta home right now because she's been down there working with the Atlanta team. And last week I was in Detroit. My husband bought me a beautiful condo up in Farmington Hills last year. And I was up there all last week working with the Detroit team, working with the Flint team. So I'm definitely very committed. This is my full-time baby, even though we pastor an amazing church. We have amazing team members that really support and offer a lot of support so that I can stay focused on the main thing. And the main thing for me right now is to raise up 1,000 millionaires as fast as we possibly can. There is another component to that. I'm not going to get into that unless Tamara asks me to. But if you do decide that you want to share other people, the company does pay a very lucrative compensation plan. You can make a lot of money just by deciding to share. But if you don't want to share with anybody, don't. But learn. So that's pretty much all I had. I don't know if Auntie wants to come on, or Tamara, if there's anything else you wanted me to cover, or if anybody has any questions.
You know, Dr. Jewel, you mentioned that Atlanta mansion party. And then
Oh, yeah, let me
post
show
that.
you that.
Then I do want you to touch just a little bit on what the sharing of the program can offer people as an optional piece. Our friends are making tons of money. We're making a lot of money in trading alone, but just in case there are people who understand the benefits of also having a residual income, passive income stream. If you want to touch on it, feel free to do so.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So let me show you. This is a video. So this is the mansion that we rented, guys. It was so cool. I did a really cool photo shoot there. But this is all the girls that trade, and we were just having too much fun. The guys that trade, everybody's on my team, so I'm really grateful for that. Let me see if I can find the actual video from that event. It was pretty amazing. We had several hundred people there from all over. It was definitely very much a game changer, hands down. Let me see, guys. Videos, and then I'll show you guys really quickly the my videos aren't coming up for whatever reason. Stack and pray. Yes, Lisa. That was our mantra song. Stack and pray. It was too lit. All right. So for whatever reason, I was just gonna be able to show you guys the pictures from that event because it's not wanting me to show the video. Oh, you know what? Let me do this. Let me try screen because it was pretty amazing. I don't tire from watching it. It was just so cool seeing everybody. Let's see. Bear with me. One moment. Oh, wait a minute. Screen. Start. Okay, let me pull this. I'm gonna pull it off of YouTube. Let me try one other thing. Oh, now I might want to cooperate with me. Videos. Let's see what we got here. All right. So, oh, here we go. Can you guys hear? Can you hear? Can y'all hear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yo, stack and pray, 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 yeah, stack and pray, stack and pray, stack and pray, ay, stack and pray, 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 pray. I got a family to feed, nigga, yo, stack and pray, pray. Benjamin's all that I need, nigga, yo, stack and pray, stack and pray, ay, stack and pray, stack and pray, stack and pray, stack and pray.
What are we doing? We gotta make it happen. We gotta get going. The time is now. See, y'all are in here for a reason. Let's be real clear. Because me and y'all ain't gonna be P600 no more. I want you to get ready to brush that up off your shoulders because you're not gonna be the next P1000, the next P2000, the next P5000, the next Chairman 10. And if you don't even believe it, it ain't gonna even happen. Stop spending so much time with people that don't even know your vision, share your vision, or are part of your vision. I'm probably not a good friend right now to people that's not a part of my life.
We're about to teach you one of the largest money games in the world for $230, I don't even know, $300. Right around $300, you're gonna learn how to play the biggest money game in the world. One of the things I love about it is the convenience of what we're doing. Anybody need something convenient right now?
Do you know that you are called to be the person that people go, they're a little weird? That's your purpose. But we're trying to be cool. You know, I'm gonna finesse my way into conversations. I don't want to be direct. No, you're still trying to be cool and earn $1 million a month. And I need you to know that there's nothing cool about $1 million a month. There's nothing cool about it.
Oh yeah, so that video went pretty crazy. That was amazing. Just being there with the team, it was great. This is Auntie Jeannie. It was her birthday weekend, so she's breaking it down right here. We have a lot of fun together too. Auntie is breaking it down for us. It was too much fun. It was too much fun.
No, she did not.
Yes, Hunty. Yes, there you were.
Yes,
darling.
Auntie. Yeah, we
Yes.
loved it. We
have so much fun. Oh my God.
We do. We have a lot of fun. This video right here went viral, a part of the team, and then we'll move on.
Listen, this is why it's so important right now that we understand what's happening, because at the end of the day, economic empowerment is now more important than ever for African American people and people of color all over the world. See, the reality is that money actually puts people in office, right? Not just on the national level, but on the state level, on the local level. We all have a responsibility to make sure that we bring equality in America. Yes, we got to put pressure on those that have been oppressing us, but we also have to put pressure on ourselves to learn so that we will never, ever be in these situations again. New mayors, new governments, new governors.
So anyway, so I think you guys get the gist of what we have going on. We have a pretty strong community here. So let me go over and let's talk a little bit about the comp plan for anybody that's interested in that. And then we will, then I'll answer any questions that you guys might have, okay? Let me see here. Does anybody have any questions so far? Anybody have any questions so far?
Do not be shy. Please unmute yourself if you have any questions.
Hi, this is Cece.
Hey, Cece.
Hey, how y'all doing? Just have a quick question, because I know my husband was involved in this, but I wanted to know for myself, if you're not successful, what would be the reasons where you would not be successful in this venture?
Yeah, usually it would be just because somebody is not just paying attention. Because when I tell you our support system is huge, and I'm not just saying that, but you're not going to get massive amounts of people traveling from all over the world if they're not getting results. They not getting on the plane. They're not buying a ticket, airline ticket, more or less, if they're not making the money. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to be doing that. And so we literally are getting real live results, like for real. And so, and there's no contract, so you can cancel at any time. But really, if somebody is not winning, it probably maybe because they're not getting support or they just don't know what to do. Maybe they signed up under somebody who's really playing games and not really doing it. But there's no reason why somebody can't come over here and kill this space.
Got it. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Okay, guys, where it says qualified subscribers, that's the amount of people in, and on the left, the rank that represents the dollar amount. If you enroll 3 people, the company will pay you $150 a month. If you enroll 12 people, now mind you, that's not you bringing in all 12. That's 3 that tells 4, that tells 2, that tells 5, so on and so forth. 12 people in your organization, that's 600 a month. 30 people in your organization, that's $1,000 a month. Okay, 75 people in your organization, that's $2,000 a month. Okay, 225 people in the organization, $5,000 a month. So, guys, you can see this is real game changer kind of money. This ain't no little bit of money. And by the way, I want to reiterate, this is optional. There are some people that don't want to do that, and you don't have to tell anybody. But I want you to know that something about success that makes you want to share. That's just the reality. 500 people in your organization, that's $10,000 every single month. Okay. 1,250 people in your organization, that's $25,000 a month. So, guys, again, this is not a little bit of money. And we're making game changer money over here. And that's just the reality. We really are. 2,500 people in your organization, $50,000 every month. 5,000 people in your organization, 100,000 a month. And God graced me to be at that level right now. As the first female, and I think we have about 4 other women that have come behind me, that I'm very grateful for. 15,000 people in your organization, 250,000 a month. 30,000 people in your organization, 500,000 a month. And you might say that's a lot of people, but I'm telling you, it's not hard when people are winning. You get people winning, and your numbers are going to grow. That's how that was. People say, "What's the secret sauce?" Get your people trading and winning. You get them making money. You see, they start sharing screenshots about how much money they made, and so on and so forth. That's how you really grow. So these are the numbers. They're real. We have about 5-6 people at the very top level, Chairman 750. They're all men under 40, making $750,000 a month. And I'm coming for that. So that's pretty much that. If you guys need to see that some more, you would have access to everything that I showed you when you sign up. Okay. And I'll just end with this. I tell people it takes 2 things to become wealthy. I didn't become a multimillionaire because I procrastinated. I'm a girl of action. When I hear something, even if I don't understand it, if there's a witness on my spirit, I'm moving. I'm moving. I'm not gonna sit there and twiddle my thumbs, because there's something to being an early adopter. Early adopters hire late adopters. And so I'm telling our people, you got to pivot, you got to change. The world is changing. It's not going back to the way it was. You've got to change. So that's pretty much it. Hey, baby. That's pretty much it. Tamara, back to you, or if anybody has any questions.
Wow. Can someone please put like just some 777s in the chat? Just have fun with that right quick. We all know how to use Zoom, because we want to thank Dr. Jewel from the bottom of our hearts for all this wonderful information that she has given us tonight. Dr. Jewel, this is amazing. Auntie Jeannie, you want to say anything? I mean, I will say this, that trading has changed my family's life. Everyone in my house trades. We have my 18-year-old son, my 19-year-old son, my husband, me. I mean, we are having a blast, my daughter, and it's just been amazing. Auntie Jeannie, anything you want to say before we leave tonight?
I just want to just kind of tap on that. I believe that one person in every household should know how to trade.
Mm-hmm.
Every household, they should know how to trade. It trickles back to the story that you told me a long time ago, Tam, and I remember you sharing with me your son, how you had first started trading and you were sharing it with him. He was 16 at that particular time, took it to school to share with his friends who were of another persuasion, weren't interested, like, what are you talking about, guy? This is not a big deal. I'm gonna find out they had been doing it. They had been doing this since what? They were 13 years old?
13 years
They were
old.
13 years old.
Mhm.
He's now 16. They have been doing it for 3 years, trading because someone inside their family showed them and taught them how. It's our responsibility, guys, as parents. We need to be able to share this with our children. We have Alicia here. We're here in the Atlanta home. Her children are here. One is 9 and one is 14. They both have $200 accounts what are their accounts up to now? About
620 and almost like 570.
$500 and $600. They're just 9-year-old, 10-year-old and 14-year. Are you smarter than a fifth grader? I mean, and they just did this in 2 weeks. This is our responsibility as parents, as adults, to be able to share this with our children. So I just kind of wanted to share that because those kids there that he shared it with at his particular school didn't look like him. That's the difference, Tam. They didn't look like him, but it wasn't new to them. And what did they tell him? Our college is paid for. Excuse me? That part. I'm done.
That part. Yeah. Absolutely. Can you hear me okay? Okay. Y'all can still hear me? Auntie Jeannie, were you done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
good, good. Yes, that part right there. That was really a heavy hitting, eye-opening situation. So yes, thank you all so much for joining tonight. And I'll look forward to hearing from you all. We'll be reaching out for just in case there are any other questions.
Yeah, I want to know who's interested and ready to move forward. Can you unmute yourself? I want to hear. I want to welcome you to the Wealth family. You fine, Sean. Go ahead. You fine.
CC.
Hey, Cece.
Hey.
Girl.
You ready to go, girl?
I'm ready.
Oh, no, that's right. Smart girl.
I need some training though, but I know I got a good support system.
We got you,
Yes.
girl. Yay!
Yes.
Let's go, CC. Let's go.
And this is a cousin over here. We definitely it sounds like we make some connections, so it sounds pretty good. And
Who's that?
It's Corey. Corey Gupton.
Corey!
He's our television celebrity. Corey.
Yeah, so we have to connect, definitely.
We're excited.
Yes,
excited.
Awesome.
Yes.
Janice, I see your mic is unmuted, sweetheart. Did you want to say something too?
No, I was just listening.
Okay. Okay. I'll call you to answer any other questions you may have, okay?
Okay.
Corey, Cece, this is amazing. Yes, Cece, we traveled to Las Vegas with Tony some years ago when we were at our conference in Las Vegas back in March, and he was amazing, okay? You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this.
Can I ask one quick question? How has the pandemic or COVID affected this at all, in a good way or a negative way?
That's such a great question. This has been my busiest year. I've made more money this year than I ever have because I think all the people that I was talking to, they were like, I'm too busy. I mean, I can barely keep up. You guys might have saw on my phone, constant text messages like, I just brought somebody in. I got a question. Can you talk to this person? Can you jump on this Zoom? I mean, literally right before this Zoom, I did another Zoom with Angela, somebody else on Auntie Jeannie's team. Then I did another Zoom with a guy named Tony. He had about 40 people on. So I think COVID has impacted us positively because I think people realize that the world is changing and it's not going to go back to the way that it was. Everything is digital. I mean, now you check the weather with an app. You check your bank balance with an app. You go grocery shopping with an app. You guys got to see this. This is too cool. And I was like, gosh, this just proves the app. Those of you that are coming to my Christmas party next week, you'll get a chance to see it. Real Talk Kim is actually doing the business too. She just texts, I'm doing a meeting in Atlanta, auntie. We got to come back to Atlanta Monday because I'm doing a meeting at her church Monday. But look at this, guys. Can you guys see this? This is our outdoor living space. Can y'all see?
Oh, it's coming together nicely.
Isn't it coming together great? So that's the ceiling with the fan and all that, right? But check this out. Those are what you call louvers. It's remote. I can open and close them from my app.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that crazy? Like I can control the whole outdoor sound system in and out with like off 5 acres. You can hear music on every part of this property with an app. So these are the instructions. Download the app to open up the doggone louvers. I mean, what am I saying, you guys? It's not going back. So, you know, I tell people if you didn't participate in Facebook, you probably didn't participate in Instagram. And now there's Clubhouse where it's like audio, where you can talk to celebrities. I actually talked to Holly Pete, the actress, last week. I brought her into Clubhouse because you got to be brought in by somebody. But it's just like a whole nother world. So I'm just telling people, like, don't sit there and be slow. Because if you don't learn this, you're going to be like an alien in your own world. Because it's changing, and I mean, it's changing fast, and it's not going to slow down, and it's not going to wait for you to be like, let me just pray, let me just think about it. Like, listen, you'll be to miss the whole wealth transfer messing around with that mindset. So challenge yourself to get uncomfortable and challenge yourself to learn something new. I keep at home, I'm sitting here, I keep the channel. I don't know, can y'all see that? Let me turn this off. I keep the channel on the Wealth Channel. Can y'all see the Wealth Channel over there?
Oh, Lord.
Can y'all see?
Yes, we can. Wealth Channel.
Yes, I keep it on Wealth Channel because that's where we are, that's where we're headed, and we're going to grow in it. And we're trying to take as many people as we can with us, you know? So you just have to really make a decision that you're going to go. And if you have a couple $100 issue, then you're already in financial crisis. You know, I'm working with a girl right now. She reached out to me a couple weeks ago, and she was very interested. We had a great conversation. She said, listen, I haven't worked since March. She said, and I don't want to work, but I got to figure out where the money is. And I'm gonna tell you what impressed me about this girl. She kept calling me. Look at those floors, Sean. Sean, look at them floors. Isn't that pretty? So she just kept calling, saying, you know, I want in, I got a question about this, I got a question. And so today I just said, you know what, I'm paying your difference. Because she was so hungry. And I think that's what we got to do. We got to get back to being hungry. We got to get back to asking questions. We got to, don't be so smart. Realize it's a whole nother world out there. So it could take you 20 years like back in the day to become wealthy, or it can take you 12 months. It just depends on what you want.
That's right.
You know? And making sure you got the right relationships and not, I tell people, don't go home and ask somebody that's broke what they think. If I won't trade my life with you, I'm not going to listen to you. I love you. I can respect you, but it doesn't mean I'm going to get a financial advice from you because you can't take care of yourself. So how am I going to ask you what I should be doing with my money? That part.
That part, though.
Any other questions? Who's coming on? I heard from your cousin, another lady. Anybody else? Any other questions? Any other questions? What are y'all thinking? I heard from Cece. Did we hear from James? We didn't hear from James or Janice, did we? Monique.
James is a prominent community leader in the Flint area, the Genesee County area.
Oh, I just left from up there. We did a meeting at the old, well, it's right next to Chase Bank.
I'm on mute, sorry.
Hey, James, any questions? What are your thoughts?
I'm definitely interested. I'll be sharing with my wife. Yeah, I'm intrigued by it for sure.
Yeah, and I would love to do another Zoom with you guys for sure. Like I tell people, just, you know, you're signing up to learn and you can earn at the same time. It's the best deal and it's the best way to finish 2020. You know, I tell people we can't just keep staying consumers, you know? We gotta move over to we gotta move over and become investors.
I want to talk to Satrice real quick because Satrice, I'm just meeting you tonight. Thank you for joining. And Monique invited you here. You are a Bitcoin connoisseur yourself. Is that right? You invest in
Oh,
Bitcoin currently?
yes, girl.
Can you unmute
Let's
yourself,
go.
Satrice? Are you there? Can you hear us? Monique, can you send Satrice a text to ask her to unmute herself or something? I really want to hear from her. Okay, I guess she might not be able to. Let me see. Dr. Jewel, can you click on her to ask her to unmute?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Who am I getting to unmute?
Satrice, she's the last one on the list.
Okay.
Let's see. Please.
Yeah, I just did.
Okay. Let's see if we can get her. Please ask Satrice to.
Food on floors is everything.
Monique, can you hear me? Or Satrice, can y'all hear me?
Loud and clear.
Hello. Yes, I can hear you.
Good. Hey.
Hi.
Yes. Girl, what did you think about tonight? And I wanted to also see if you could have Satrice unmute herself because I know she's into Bitcoin heavily and digital currencies. What did you think about tonight, Monique?
Yes. I kind of jumped in a little late, but I definitely planning on following up with you to get, a better understanding of everything. I'm sorry I wasn't able to be on at the beginning. But yes, Citrice is my best friend, and she recently let me know that she started investing in Bitcoin maybe 6 months or so ago. So she's new to it. So I thought she'd be really interested in, the event tonight and what you all had to say. So she has a house full of boys. So I'm sure that's probably what's got her attention right now. When I called her, she was carpooling. So
oh
yes.
yeah. And what we could do too, Tam, is send them over my videos. Let's see if she can watch. It's short, sweet, to the point. Let's see if she can watch it, and then let's jump on the phone. Just call me back.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, Monique, did you have any questions?
Yes, no, I don't have any questions offhand right now, but if any come to mind, I will definitely love to see the video, and I will for sure follow up with Tamara for sure.
Okay, good. What are you thinking? Yeah, I see that somebody just said, welcome a new trader. Oh, I don't know. I don't think I can see my screen.
Tamara has mentioned it to me before that this is something my husband and I need to get in on. But we've moved and had a lot of life changes recently. So I knew it wasn't something we'd be able to focus on at the time. And I'm definitely interested though. So I definitely want to find out more and potentially, get involved for sure.
Hey, what city are you in?
I'm in Texas.
Houston, yeah.
Oh, you're in Houston. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You might have missed this part. And this is the part where we're having major success. Now, ideally, I want people to get on and watch videos for 15 to 30 minutes a day. But sometimes they're just not going to do that because of time. So we have a product called Swipe Coin, where they're literally going to tell you exactly what to buy and what to sell. And you're just going to basically put the information in. And so you don't have to worry about charting and videos. So right here, see how it says XRP USD? That's Ripple. Then it tells you buy. Then it gives you the entry. Then it gives you the stop loss. And then it gives you the take profit. So you're literally just typing those numbers in and those letters and then hitting buy. It literally takes you less than 1 minute to put a trade in and you go on about your business.
Okay.
Yeah, so that I try to get everybody on that first because you're just basically playing a big game of follow the leader. So that way it's like giving you the answers to the test. Now we can work backwards on analyzation, and then you get a chance to self-pace how fast or how slow. You know what I mean? You want to go with analyzing the charts and getting on videos and all that kind of stuff. So I have some
Okay.
people who want to understand everything. I'm like, well, you can get on videos for 15 minutes, 30 minutes a day. You do it as much as you want because you'll have access to the platform. But this, Monique, allows you to start making money like the first week. You hear me? The first
Mm-hmm.
week. We're not talking about
Okay.
no long time. And you can start with just a couple $100 in your account.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
That sounds doable.
Yeah. No, I think you'll love it. I think you'll love it. So maybe Tam, send her the video as well as Citrese. And if anybody else wants to see it, and I mean, I'm up. This is what I do all night. About 11 o'clock, I'll be a little normal and stop working and watch The Crown, y'all. That's a great one on Netflix.
The Crown. Oh,
So that's my little
Yes,
normal
I have to
treat
get
for the
caught
night.
up.
Oh, have you been watching The Crown?
I've watched like the first 2 seasons, I want to say, but I'm behind, but it was really good.
That thing is juicy, ain't it?
Yes, I have a 4-year-old, so I can only watch my adult shows after he goes to sleep when I can. So I have to get back into it. So yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you
Okay,
so much though.
Yeah, absolutely. So maybe let's talk, send her those videos, Sam, and let's talk tonight or tomorrow.
okay. Love it. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Any last thoughts? 'Cause this has been great. Okay. If not, thanks again, everybody, for joining, and we will be in touch. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.